Toys R Us wasn't just a store. It was childhood. It was magic. And for decades, it ruled the toy world like no other company on earth. But behind the bright colors and happy music was a business slowly collapsing under its own weight. This is the story of how a $6 billion empire fell in less than 15 years. Toys R Us began in 1948 as a simple baby furniture shop, but founder Charles Lazarus saw the future. He realized that parents would always buy toys, and children would always want more. By the 1980s, Toys R Us became the toy supermarket, a massive warehouse of everything a kid could dream of. It dominated the U.S. toy industry with no real competition. And by the early 2000s, it was the #1 toy retailer in the world. Millions of children felt the same excitement, walking through those huge aisles, seeing the shelves stacked from the floor to the ceiling, and hearing the song, "I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid." The empire looked unstoppable, but it wasn't. Two new threats were quietly rising: Walmart and Amazon. Walmart offered lower prices. Amazon offered convenience. Toys R Us offered nostalgia. But nostalgia doesn't beat cheaper and faster. In 2000, Toys R Us made its first big mistake. Instead of building its own online store, it signed a 10-year deal to let Amazon handle all its online toy sales. On paper, it looked smart. In reality, it gave Amazon total control over the future of toy retail. Amazon learned everything: customer behavior, inventory patterns, seasonal demand, top-selling products. Toys R Us didn't realize it, but it was training its biggest competitor. By the time the company understood the danger, Amazon no longer needed them. In 2005, Toys R Us was bought out by private equity firms. The price, $6.6 billion, and they used debt to finance the deal. A lot of debt. Suddenly, Toys R Us had to pay hundreds of millions of dollars every year just in interest. Money that should have gone into modern stores, a new website, better logistics, and fresh ideas. Instead went straight to banks. The stores didn't change. The aisles looked older. The brands started to fade, and kids were now obsessed with video games, not plastic toys on shelves. Toys R Us was stuck in the past, while the world moved on. By 2015, the company was drowning. Amazon was dominating online sales. Walmart was crushing prices. Target was modern and competitive. Toys R Us tried to catch up, but it was too late. The debt kept growing, sales kept falling, and investors refused to save the company. In 2017, the giant filed for bankruptcy. In 2018, all U.S. stores were closed. Parents filmed their last visits. Employees cried during the final walkouts. The mascot, Jeffrey the giraffe, stood in empty aisles, a symbol of an era ending. People think Toys R Us died because kids stopped buying toys. But that's not true. The toy industry is bigger than ever. Toys R Us died because of three mistakes: giving Amazon control of its online future, letting competitors set the new rules, taking on massive debt that destroyed innovation. The company didn't fail because the world changed. It failed because it didn't change with the world. Toys R Us was more than a store. It was a memory shared by millions, a place parents wanted their kids to feel the same magic they felt. But even the biggest brands fall when they stop looking forward. If you want more stories about the rise and fall of legendary companies, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.